We are in the second full season of the Oneida County Public Market. This is our first season in the REA wing, in the indoor space, and it was really in horrendous shape. It really hadn't been touched since it was closed in the early 60s. The Oneida County Executive and Oneida County invested a little over $300,000 of capital funds through the winter, preserving what was here while upgrading it for modern uses. So they did a beautiful job. It's a very welcoming space. It's bright, it's airy, it's clean. And as the vendors load in and start setting up, of course, their wares add to the color and almost like a festive attitude about the indoor space. And then we have vendors all along the outside. The whole space is full of vendors. We average between 32 and 35 vendors a week. And they're not all food vendors. We have some very high quality produce vendors, but we also have vendors that specialize in grass-fed beef, organic eggs, cheeses, and then we have a really nice selection of more eclectic vendors. We have some jewelry vendors who make some beautiful pieces that are very affordable. For our small furry friends, we have a vendor that makes a gourmet dog biscuit called Jake's Bakes. And then we also have some great vendors with some baked goods. So if you want to come and get a fresh baked bread for Sunday morning breakfast, a pie, cookies, all kinds of stuff, it's cool. It's very cool. In general, we have a much smarter consumer walking in the door of a retail space now. People not only want to know what their food is, but they want to know where it's grown, who grew it, how it was handled after it was harvested. At a place like the farmer's market, people can ask questions directly to the person who brought that food to the market. It helps build confidence in having them purchase the food and feed it to their families. So that's a real big plus to having a face-to-face relationship with the producer and the consumer right here at the public market.
As the owner of Union Station, it's important for the county to make sure we maintain these structures. And we're in a structure, the REA wing, which is historic in its significance to the station and all that it meant for this city in the heyday of the rail system. And when we were looking at ways to continue the growth that has taken place down here at Baggs Square, we looked no farther than this REA wing to say, look at what we can do with a public market here. And when we looked inside of this structure, which is historic, which cannot be demolished, which we would not want to demolish it, we thought about different uses. But the best use was right under our nose, and that was set up an Oneida County public market, complement the businesses that are down here that are making this area prosper once again and making it another economic and vital hub of this city and this county. And the public market was a perfect fit. So it's our way of saying thank you to those people who invest in this community and grow here. And it's our way to say, this is what we think of this area, that we want to invest and enjoy the quality of life that is the Oneida County experience, that is the City of Utica experience. I think it's great money well spent, and we do have to invest in quality of life if we're going to attract people to come back home, if we're going to attract people to stay here and young people to stay here. We have to have the flavor of the cities that are bigger. We don't have to be as big as them, but we can think as big as them and we can produce as big as them when it comes to venues like this. It doesn't have to just be, why aren't we like Syracuse or like Boston or like New York? We have it all right here, and we can be a piece of that. We don't have to be as big as it, as I said, but we can think as big. And that's what we're doing here. We're thinking bigger each and every day, and each and every week this market gets bigger, and it gets better. And that's what we're going to keep doing, because it's about creating jobs. It's about creating an environment that people want to come and visit, stay here, and live here.
Long term, as we go farther down through the REA wing, there is a plan to develop additional spaces similar to this one as the market grows. Right now, we can handle about 40 to 45 vendors, but there's a huge growth potential. We can make this space available to other businesses and other organizations in the community to use for different types of things. If you want to have, an annual meeting, a barbecue type thing, or even a reception or a family reunion type party, that kind of thing. It's a space that it can comfortably handle 150 people. It's a blank canvas. It's a big open space. It's clean, it's secure, it's safe. The market itself is generating a lot more traffic down in this area, and people are really starting to appreciate that a facility that's such a huge part of the history of Utica is being revitalized and is becoming a vital part of downtown life again. We are every week from mid-May through the end of September. Then we're tentatively going to be going every other week into the holiday season. Last year they did it once a month through the holiday inside the train station, and it was very popular. We're going to continue it every other week through December, and then we'll probably give everybody January off depending on what's going on with the weather. And then we'll do monthly sessions February, March, and April of next year, and then of course we'll launch the 2013 season on a weekly basis next May. On Market Day, we have big signs right on Broad Street directing you down. You can park on 2nd Street here that runs in front of the REA wing, or you can park in the public parking spaces down here on the end of the parking lot, just past where all the vendors are. Every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. right here at the REA wing of Union Station.